Actress Drina De Niro, daughter of Robert De Niro, mourns the loss of her 19-year-old son, Leandro De Niro Rodriguez. Celebrities, despite their fame and fortune, cannot escape the pain of grief. Leandro, an actor like his mother and grandfather, appeared in the movie A Star is Born. The cause of his death remains unknown. Explore the gallery to discover other celebrities who have also faced tragic losses. NASCAR champ Jimmy Johnson faces tragic loss as wife's parents and nephew found dead in suspected murder-suicide. Terry Janway, Johnson's mother-in-law, believed to be the culprit in the shocking incident that took place in their Oklahoma residence. Gunshot wounds confirmed as cause of death. Madonna's brother, Anthony Ciccone, has passed away at the age of 66. Joe Henry, Madonna's brother-in-law, confirmed the news on Instagram. Despite a complicated relationship due to his struggles with alcoholism, Madonna and her family supported Anthony throughout his life. They visited him in rehab as his health declined in recent months. Hayden Panettiere's brother, Jansen Panettiere, tragically passed away at the age of 28. Authorities received a distress call on February 19, 2023, in New York, and although the cause of death remains undisclosed, no foul play is suspected. Jansen, like his sister, was also an actor, featuring in popular shows and movies such as Even Stevens, Blue's Clues, and Ice Age: The Meltdown. He had a prolific career in the 2010s, even appearing in The Walking Dead. At the time of his untimely demise, Jansen had 5 ongoing projects. On Instagram, Audrina Patridge expresses heartbreak over the death of her niece, Sadie. The cause of death remains unknown, but Sadie's mother believes her story will save lives. Casey Patridge Loza, the grieving mother, shares a lesson from Sadie about the first law of thermodynamics, emphasizing transformation rather than death. Sharon Stone's brother, Patrick Stone, passed away at the age of 57 due to sudden cardiac death caused by heart disease. This tragedy follows the death of Patrick's son, River, who died at just 11 months old. The heartbreaking news was shared by Sharon Stone herself, along with a touching tribute to her late nephew on Instagram. Patrick's wife, Tasha, also expressed her hope that father and son are now reunited in a better place. Carly Simon is grieving the loss of both her sisters, as they tragically passed away within just one day of each other. Joanna succumbed to thyroid cancer on October 19, 2022, while Lucy lost her battle with breast cancer on October 20th. In a heartfelt statement, Carly expressed the profound impact their loss will have on her and the enduring legacy left by her talented sisters. Joanna was involved in the music industry, performing with prestigious orchestras, while Lucy was a Tony-nominated Broadway composer. Carly also shared the profound bond they shared as sisters and the heavy weight of being the sole surviving offspring of their parents. This devastation comes after Carly's brother, Peter Simon, passed away in 2018. In a heartfelt moment, Guillermo del Toro paid tribute to his late mother at the premiere of his latest animated film, Pinocchio. The director emotionally shared that this film held a special significance for both him and his mother. He expressed his connection to the original Disney classic and its themes of love, honesty, and loyalty. This project had been in the works for 15 years. In memory of his mother, Del Toro announced he would extend the Animexico Animation Scholarship for another decade. His tweets expressed gratitude for the support he received during this raw and difficult time. Actress and Broadway star Megan Hilty has suffered a heartbreaking loss as 3 of her family members were among the victims of a floatplane crash in Washington state. The victims include her sister Lauren Hilty, who was pregnant, her brother-in-law Ross Mickle, and niece Remy Mickle. The families released a statement expressing their deep sadness and devastation, calling the victims a bright light in everyone's lives. Their legacy will live on despite their tragically short time with us. Trina's niece, Toni Chester, tragically killed in a shooting in Miami. The 17-year-old was leaving a store when the incident happened. Police arrived at the scene, finding Chester dead and 2 others injured. This is another heartbreaking loss for the rapper, who previously lost her mother to cancer in 2019 and her brother in a shooting in 2013. Actor Josh Gad, known for voicing Olaf in Frozen, announced on Twitter the unexpected death of his 20-year-old nephew. Marco Gad described the loss as heartbreaking and expressed gratitude for the support received. He later posted a tribute on Instagram, praising his nephew's qualities and asking for positive energy and love for his grieving parents. Famed producer Metro Boomin is mourning the tragic loss of his mother, Leslie Wayne. Reports indicate that she was killed by her husband, who then took his own life. Metro received the devastating news after police discovered his mother's body near Atlanta. Leslie was a driving force behind Metro's success, supporting his music career from the very beginning. Our thoughts go out to Metro Boomin and his family during this difficult time. Cleveland Browns linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, mourns the loss of his older brother, Joshua, who was found dead in his home. Police are investigating his death as a homicide. Joshua, a science teacher and talented college football player, left a lasting impact on those whose lives he touched. Young and the restless star Miss Hale Morgan is grieving the tragic loss of her husband's brother, his wife, and their 3 children in a devastating house fire. Shocked and in disbelief, Morgan took to Twitter to share the heartbreaking news and request prayers and donations to support her shattered family. On the GoFundMe page set up by her sister-in-law, the devastating loss of 2 generations in an instant is mourned, and the shattered homes forever longing for the irreplaceable. Actor Darren Criss shares the heartbreaking news of his brother's suicide on social media. In a heartfelt tribute, he reveals his brother's struggle with depression and difficulty expressing his emotions. Criss emphasizes the importance of addressing mental illness and seeking professional help. He encourages openness about weaknesses as a display of strength and reminds us that love is a boundless source of support. Michael Keaton wins award for his role in Dope Sick, a series about the U.S. opioid crisis. Keaton gets emotional as he remembers his late nephew, who died from an accidental overdose of heroin and fentanyl in 2016. He dedicates the award to his nephew and sister, fighting back tears. Actor Tyrese Gibson is grieving the loss of his mother, Priscilla Murray Gibson, who tragically passed away after battling COVID-19 and pneumonia. In a heart-wrenching video, Tyrese tearfully said his goodbyes and vowed to hold her hand forever, just as she did when he was a child. He expressed gratitude for the prayers and support he had received since sharing his mother's condition on Instagram, describing this as the saddest moment of his life. Former Spice Girl Geri Halliwell is mourning the sudden loss of her brother, Max Halliwell, who passed away at the age of 54. Max collapsed at his home in Hertfordshire and was hospitalized, but sadly, he couldn't recover. The cause of his death remains unknown. Geri's representative has urged everyone to respect the family's privacy during this difficult time. Rapper G-Eazy is heartbroken as he mourns the loss of his beloved mother. Known for their close bond, she played a pivotal role in his battle against addiction. G-Eazy even called her on FaceTime during a show. Sharing the devastating news on Instagram, he expressed his immense pain while finding solace in knowing she is at peace. The cause of her death remains undisclosed. Lacey Chabert, known for her role in Mean Girls, tragically announced that her older sister Wendy has passed away, leaving her family devastated. In a heartfelt message, she asks for prayers for her family, especially Wendy's 2 sons, expressing gratitude for the support during this heartbreaking time. American Idol alum, Chris Daughtry, tragically lost his 25-year-old daughter, Hannah. She was found dead at her home in Tennessee. Daughtry took to Instagram to share his devastation and expressed how it's another heavy blow to his family after recently losing his mother to cancer. The singer mourns the fact that they never had the chance to say goodbye to Hannah. Venezuelan actor Edgar Ramirez shares his devastation and frustration after losing several family members to COVID-19. He emphasizes that none of them had access to vaccines in Venezuela, while thousands of vaccines are being wasted in the U.S. Ramirez urges people who have access to vaccines to get vaccinated and save lives. American Olympian Raven Saunders achieved a silver medal in women's shot put at the Tokyo Games, but shortly after, she faced tragedy. Saunders announced on Twitter that her mother had passed away, expressing her need to take a break from social media and prioritize her mental health and family. Her mother had been in Orlando, Florida, attending a watch party for her daughter's event. The athlete lovingly remembers her mother as an incredible woman and her ultimate guardian angel. Tragic news as Bridgerton author Julia Quinn faces unimaginable grief. Her 77-year-old father and 37-year-old sister lost their lives in a horrific car accident. A catering truck's cargo caused a 3-car pileup in Utah when it spilled onto the highway due to improper securing. Despite their efforts to avoid the wreckage, Quinn's family was struck from behind by another driver at high speed. The devastating incident resulted in their unfortunate death, while the driver responsible was apprehended for driving under the influence. Nicki Minaj's father, Robert Marriage, tragically died in a hit-and-run accident in New York. The 64-year-old was walking along a road on Long Island when he was struck. Minaj recently broke her silence about the incident, describing it as the most devastating loss of her life. She expressed her longing to call him and emphasized the unpredictable nature of life. Pharrell Williams mourns the tragic loss of his cousin, Donovan Lynch, who was killed during the recent shootings in Virginia Beach. Williams pays tribute to Lynch, emphasizing his kindness and selflessness. He calls for transparency, honesty, and justice for the victims' families. 21 Savage's younger brother, Terrell Davis, tragically lost his life in a stabbing incident in London. Terrell, only 27 years old, allegedly got into an argument before his untimely death. Heartbroken, 21 Savage expressed regret and pain through an emotional Instagram tribute. 21 Savage, the renowned musician, has faced yet another tragedy. His brother, Quantavious Joseph, lost his life in a deadly shooting, following a suspected failed drug transaction from years past. A heartbreaking loss for the artist. DaBaby's older brother, Glenn Johnson, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Charlotte, North Carolina, this on November 3, 2020. TMZ reports that DaBaby's brother shared a distressing video where he had a gun and expressed feeling mistreated. Following his brother's tragic passing, the rapper shared lyrics from his song, Intro, expressing his love despite their struggles. Jamie Foxx mourns the death of his younger sister, Deandra Dixon, at 36 years old. In an emotional Instagram post, Foxx expresses his shattered heart and describes Deandra as his beautiful, loving sister. He refers to her passing as a transition, emphasizing that she will always be alive in his heart. Jamie Foxx mourns the loss of his sister Deandra Dixon, a vibrant dancer who was an ambassador for the Global Down Syndrome Foundation. Foxx expressed his deep sadness in a heartfelt post, promising to cherish the memories she left behind. Her passing is deeply felt by all who knew her. Felicite Tomlinson, the half-sister of Lewis Tomlinson, was discovered lifeless in her London apartment on March 13, 2019. The aspiring fashion designer passed away at the age of 18, following reports of a cardiac arrest. This is yet another blow to the family, as the siblings lost their mom Johanna to leukemia back in 2016. Actress Sarah Hyland from Modern Family mourns the tragic loss of her 14-year-old cousin in a devastating car accident caused by a drunk driver. Hyland took to Instagram stories to share the heartbreaking news with her followers. Hyland later shared that the driver had previous DUIs and tried to flee the scene. Tamara Mowry Housley and husband, Adam Housley, panicked and they couldn't locate their niece after the Thousand Oaks shooting in California. Unfortunately, it was reported soon after that she was one of the 12 victims. Jordan Sparks, the talented artist, faced immense tragedy while at the peak of her career. Amidst her pregnancy, she endured the devastating loss of 4 loved ones within a single week. She lost her cousin, her 16-year-old sister to anemia, and a couple of friends in a car accident. Rihanna, the renowned singer known for her infectious music and positive energy, recently endured a difficult chapter in her life. Stay tuned for more updates on this inspiring artist. Rihanna. Rihanna lost her cousin, Tavon Kaisin Ali, who was shot dead. In a shocking revelation, renowned singer Marie Osmond opens up about a tragic secret that haunted her for years. Behind her glamorous success in the music industry during the 70s and 80s, lurked a devastating tragedy. Today, she bravely shares the heartbreaking loss of her beloved son, Michael, who sadly ended his own life at a mere 19 years old. Michael jumped from a window on the 8th floor, leaving his family in complete shock. Jennifer Hudson, the multi-talented star who took home an Oscar and a Golden Globe for her incredible role in Dreamgirls, has also endured immense sorrow. Tragedy struck when both her brother and mother were tragically killed in their Chicago home. Her nephew was missing, but his body was found a few days later. Hudson received support and tributes from her fans on hearing the news of the murders. The singer also had to deal with a tragic death in his family. His son, aged 4, died after falling out of a hotel window. Eric Clapton. His song, Tears in Heaven, is about the terrible event. Former Backstreet Boys star Nick Carter's rise to fame was marred by tragic moments. Tragic losses strike the Carter family as Nick Carter, Backstreet Boys member, faced the devastating passing of his sister in 2012 due to drug overdose. Heartbreakingly, history repeated itself in 2022 with the passing of his brother, Aaron Carter, also succumbing to drug-related causes. A family marred by these unimaginable losses. Vanessa Redgrave, renowned actress, has achieved greatness with awards like the Golden Globes and Oscars. However, she has also faced her share of hardships and challenges throughout her life. Her daughter, the actress Natasha Richardson, died in a skiing accident in Canada in 2009. Mike Tyson, the highly esteemed former boxer, is renowned for being among the greatest in the history of the sport. However, his journey has been marred by more than just triumph. Mike Tyson lost his 4-year-old daughter after she got her neck caught in a treadmill cable. Sylvester Stallone, famed action movie star, faces real-life tragedies. Despite his on-screen toughness, Stallone's personal life is marked by various heartaches. His son died from a cardiac arrest at the age of 36. John Travolta, renowned actor, has experienced immense personal tragedy alongside his successful career. After the heartbreaking loss of his 16-year-old son, he faced yet another devastating blow with the passing of his wife, talented actress Kelly Preston, in July 2020. John Travolta's son, Preston, tragically lost his battle with Kawasaki disease, which impacts blood arteries. In another tragic event, breast cancer claimed the life of a well-known star. Explore the inspiring stories of various celebrities who have courageously fought against this dreadful disease.